Hey everybody, welcome back to Landshark Garage. This episode, we're going to keep on working on the old 77 3+3, try and get that floorboard taken out of there, make the rust disappear. See, we got that done. Right there anyway. Here we go. A couple episodes ago we put this little patch in here. Done a few things since then. Gonna start on the floor and try and get this cab support that's rotted out right here. Went ahead and put this bar across here, so now I'm gonna work underneath that. I've never put one of them in as I've been doing this, but you know, we'll see. Maybe it might make a difference. There is a lot missing, a lot of material missing down here, so it may make a difference. It's more than likely just going to be in the damn way, I'm betting. There's Jake. Stole a towel, so he thinks you're not a towel or blanket. He thinks he's way ahead of the game. So we're going to try and save as much original steel as I can on this floor board replacement, but we'll just have to see where we're at as we get going. Let's get after it. I got a one-piece setup for this floorboard over there. I've always had the best luck on floorboards. God, it's rust, but it's not. I mean, if you sanded that, I like to leave as much original steel as I can, just because the patch panels that you buy are not as good as the original steel. I can tell you that. I think we're just going to go along here, right straight down here. This side looks good, but I don't know. Let's look over here. All right, so here's what I'm thinking. I'm going to cut that across there, come around here, and then go back. But if you look at this, right up in here, not here, but here, it only comes around a little bit right here on the corner. And then we're going to have to fabricate a piece that goes back in there, because I don't think I have that. I do have the cab support that goes in there. So I'm going to do some cutting and get rid of some metal just so we can get a look at what we're dealing with here. See what we got to do. So I did have someone comment that all this stuff from the factory is built this way, you know, not this way. So that's what I did last time when I did the other side. I did the cab support over there too, and I'm gonna get it exposed and then find where I can cut it and add this new cab support on so that it sits right where the original one was at, and then work everything in from there. This piece got to go in before the rocker, blah blah blah. There's a lot of placing stuff together that's got to take place. I know right now this piece of metal isn't going to work for me, so I'm going to take that off and we'll get right back at you. I'm just going to take some measurements. That's what I did over there. Made sure all my measurements were right before I welded anything, and I had no problems with the doors over there. I've done it several times. If I do mess it up, it's just something we're going to have to deal with. But trying to work around this when you're not in and out and you're not young and spry, and you only do this on weekends and not every day of the week, we're going to do it the way we usually do, because I'm more comfortable with that. And that dog is loving that freaking blanket over there. What a meathead. Actually, if I come this way a little bit more, there's a support there I won't have to deal with. The end's about right there. I think that's probably what we're going to do. Once we get in there and find out something else is different. So there's a bead here, runs along here, and at the end of that bead, right about here, the cab support, there's a cab support right there. So I should be able to cut this on this side of that cab support, and then use a panel flanger and flange that so that the new panel will drop down and sit on that, so there's double support right here. Yep, that's what we're going to do. Oh, very good steel there still, so excited about that. Not so much over here. Oh, there's a spot weld there. Check it out, Jake. Make sure I'm doing it right, buddy. So it layered up on that cross, or that cab support, and it's like tripled up here in spots. So if I finish this cut out here, we'll get this piece out, then we can work on the piece up here. Here's that goofy valve that was mounted right here. Well, it's not goofy, but it doesn't work anymore, so she gone. So like I said, I want to panel flange this, and then I'll be able to lay my steel down in there. That plan may change. This piece I'll have to butt weld, but it all seems like pretty good metal there. Once I get her ground down, right, buddy? Back her, we're gonna, a lot of stuff going on right here. See that? Pretty ugly. Try and saw across that. Now that I can get in here a little bit better, we're gonna make that cut, see if we can get that piece out so we can get a look at that cab support. I think I'm just gonna take this piece off, see what happens. I really feel like I need a line though for that. If you like what we're doing, let us know by hitting the like button, subscribing to our channel. These beginning to end projects sometimes get to be pretty lengthy. This one in particular is taking a lot of episodes, but like I said, we have real jobs and usually only do this on weekends. We got across there, we're gonna go back across here. Pretty ugly back up here in the corner, so that shouldn't be too bad. Hopefully this piece that sits against the support here has got some rust issues. Probably gonna have to fabricate that one. Don't have that. Actually, looks like it's been done before, but I can't be sure. I don't remember what the other side looked like. Like I said, this cab support I got back there, I'm just trying to decide how much of it I want to use. I didn't really want to take the cab bolt apart. It's captive underneath here. You go from the bottom, and then that cab support has the nut and stuff built into it. So I could do that. And then I wouldn't have to worry about adjusting anything, but I would have to worry about getting it underneath the floorboard right there, you know, where it slides in. But I might, if I can get this opened up so I can get to the back side of this nut, then maybe I can put some goober slobber on it and get it to loosen up a little bit and back it down. That would make this a lot simpler, because it doesn't, looking at that, I think it's probably just tack welded in here. I don't know. The other one was only about this much of it that was bad, so I cut it across here and just replaced the end of it, because the rest of it was in fairly good shape. This one's not so much. So, yeah, let's see if we can get this finished up. Okay, so I think the rest of that is just tack welded on here, so I'm probably going to go across this way so I can work on this piece. Yeah, let's do that. See how you make the plan up as you go? Well, if you'd have been turned on, you'd have saw me gracefully take all this off of here. But now I've got a few spot welds that are holding this plate on here, which I hope is cut in half all the way across there. We'll have to check that. But I dimpled them and try and drill them out and get that off of there. This is looking pretty ugly all the way down, so might be trying to redo the whole thing, I guess. Okay, well, I finally ended up just cutting this and ripping it open instead of thinking I could get it off of there. And you can see that bolt behind there with the cage nut. So I'm going to put some penetrating oil on it, try and get it to loosen up a little bit so that maybe tomorrow I'll be able to back that out of there and finish getting this out, because I've got plenty of work to do between now and then with the rest of it. But I'm actually thinking of just taking a reciprocating saw and cutting this across here just to get rid of it. And then I really don't need anything for measurements, because the hopefully, I shouldn't say that, but hopefully the bracket I got is correct. It sure looks like it is. Everything seems to be the way it's supposed to be. So it'll be a lot easier to get the remnants of this thing out of here if the rest of this is gone. And so I'm probably just going to use a reciprocating saw and cut that off. It's just trying to get at it with the grinder is a pain in the ass, actually. So that's where we're at right now. I'm going to grab the old cordless recip and whack that off. Put some Jake, hey, what are you stealing? Hey, what are you doing? Come here, here, come here, here, come here, here. Look up here. What are you doing? Huh? Frickin' moron. Oh my god, dog. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get this floorboard cut in. I measured off of this a swell or bead roll in the on the existing cab, and I'm giving myself plenty of room to work here, but this will make it a lot easier to work with when I get this cut down to the size that's going to fit in there. While we're waiting for everything to loosen up over there, we'll get this cut out and see if we can get this all knocked out and make this so you can be entertained by this dumb dog. Left myself plenty of room, I hope. Hardest part's going to be ends right there, but the rust doesn't end right there, so we'll have to deal with that, of course. So I got messing around last night trying to figure out how I was going to fix this problem here. Goes all the way over, up, pretty rotted out. And lo and behold, I dig through my box of crap, and I have that piece here, so I'm going to cut that piece in too. Makes it a lot easier than making it, I guess. So we're going to tackle that, and we're going to try and get that cab support out of there yet today. See how far we get. I'm not sure if that's welded in from the factory or if it's just stuck in there with that bolt. So that'll be interesting if it's welded in, to try and get that broke loose from that little channel that's there. But we'll see when we get there. Okay, first thing we're going to try and do is get that bolt out of there. Probably soaked long enough. We'll see if the old DeWalt can get it out of there. Nice. Well, that was easier than I thought it was going to be, Jake. Now we just need to figure out how the rest of that's held in there. I doubt if it's just crimped. Maybe we'll do a little tap with the hammer and see. No, that's pretty solid. Maybe the hammer wasn't big enough. Oh my gosh. No, I think we're gonna have to get the old air chisel and try and drive that in Oh, it is part of that. Oh, crap. All right, well, with proper eyeglasses and hearing protection, we're going to try this. See if we can break that loose there. I guess I don't need to save it, so I could just throw the old wheel of death at it until it comes out of there, I guess. Well, there we are. A mere 2 hours later, as you can see, I took it out piece by piece by piece with this guy, that guy, piece by piece by piece. But now I should be able to put the other one in there, bolt it all back together when I get ready. I got to start working on this side over here and take care of that first. But we're gonna do a little sanding in there because there are some spot welds left, but I think my little sand file will get in there and take care of that, and then we'll keep moving on. So I got this piece cut out of there. Now I'll have to cut in the new piece that I found. This is all going to be replaced with this rocker that goes across here. So I do need to get that piece on the inside in so that I can put the cab support back in, because that butts up against the back of that. And then we'll go from there. That was fun. Not. This is what it looked like when I got it out of there. I drilled out the spot welds. Got this out, so hopefully I'll be able to use this as a template once I get it flattened out the way it's supposed to be, and try and match it up with the piece that I got, and then play the cut and fit game till it fits. Well, that's where we're at right now. Probably 4 hours into this project. 5. I don't know what time I came out. I don't know what time it is right now, but gotta clean some stuff up so things will slide a little freer. And I'm probably gonna take the rest of the day off. All right, here we are. So I got the brace so it'll fit in. I went ahead and took this piece out. I don't know if I got that on camera or not. It's been a hectic couple of weeks. Holidays and people being sick, whatnot. But anyway, so I had this piece, so I cut. I'm not taking it off of there because I already got it clamped on, and I don't want to move it for the 4,000th time. Just so there's a brace behind there. You can tell there's a brace behind there just because there's holes drilled here for spot welds. And what I plan on doing here, since there's a cover that goes over all of this, much like they did from the factory up here, I'm going to put this piece in and tack it on all of these, and then we'll seam seal it. This is holding it together on the bottom, and that'll take care of the rust problem we had here. Had dead battery problem there. All right. Well, like I said, I've got this piece ready to spot weld in. I'm kind of reluctant to do it right away just because I want to see how everything else plays out. But almost all my pieces are ready to go. I just don't know how much of this I'm going to put down on YouTube while I do it, because that's a time-consuming side of it. Not that we don't appreciate it, but this brace, I ended up kind of, I don't know if you can see it. I wedged it so it would fit underneath there, and this is held in by the cab support bolt. You know what I mean? It comes up through the bottom here and goes into the brace. And I've test fit this 10,000 times, so I know everything where it need to be. And so I'm going to run that cab support bolt up in there, and that will hold this cab support on for now. If you look down in here, I've got it set up so I can weld it to that frame once I get everything squared the way I want it. This frame kind of kicks back there, so I'm not sure how I'm going to do that there. But the bolt holds it here. I've got it drilled and grilled and drilled. Oh man. I have it, the holes drilled and ground so I can spot weld this to the piece that I put in. And that'll add the support that it needs there. This, I'm pretty sure I'm just going to have to tap that back till it makes contact there. And these are flush with the floors because the floor pans that I got are drop-ins. So just like on the passenger side, I've got this one cut where I need it. Just one-handed stuff. I got this cut so that it falls in there where I need it to, and I'll be able to tack this around the outside, around the outside, and across the back here, and that part will be done once we get this floor pan to match the original floor pan. But I'll clean this all up. This is just surface rust. I just got to clean that up so I get a good welding surface. Same way back here. We're gonna get that pressed down where it needs to be, but we know we got to replace this rocker and this back support as well as this. So I don't really want to get everything all dilly-dallied around and get things welded in there until I know I've got it right where I want it. So see, these two pieces go together. There's a piece that goes across the front here, and then the rocker arm, keep calling it rocker arm. The rocker goes across there, but you can see that I have to replace like across here and then cut up there. I've still got some to do here, and replace. This is all old work that I'm trying to recobble. It's all cobbled and I'm recobbling it. Let's say that. Cobbler's dream. That's what we'll call this. The cobbler's dream. But for now, got this all ready to rock. I'm going to look everything over, make sure I'm ready to start tacking. I'll tack this piece in first. I'll put that cab support across there, get it where it's holding this solid, so when I start cutting this stuff out, I'm not dealing with a lot of flimsy crap here. If you see on the other side, there's a piece of plastic that comes all the way down to here, so you don't see any of these steps that are in here. And this piece was made to be put on this way, and not, I could have butt welded it, but getting that angle that thing sits at in there, trying to cut that, stand on your head and weld it. This is just a much simpler way of doing it. I'll be able to seam seal all this, put the sound deadener on it, and put the carpet over it, and you're never going to see all the butchery, debauchery that took place here. So that's where we're going to end this episode. We're going to start zipping this all back together and get it done. We're heading into Christmas season and family time, so our videos are probably going to come once every 2 weeks. You know, we're gonna put it up as we can, but we're gonna take time to spend time with our families, which I hope you guys do too. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Never forget, drive your shit. Oh my God, look at that. That is, ugh. There's some kind of gummy goo crap back there. I can't wait to get into this, but we get back here, she's not so bad. Just up here. This truck's gonna be well worth the effort when we get it done. Low mileage, big block, pulling machine. It's just a matter of getting after it, getting some stuff done to make it a little more aesthetically pleasing on the road. All right, happy holidays. We'll see ya. So I'm gonna go ahead and tack weld all that in on that plate that's over there, so I'm not messing around with them clamps, because that's not going to go anyplace. This brace, I've got it bolted in solid, But this floor pan that I had laying in there has to, there's another piece that goes behind that brace, you know, like the back of the rocker. I'll put it in there when I get over there. But I'm going to go ahead and get this all buzzed in, finished up, and then we'll be done with the video. Thanks for watching. Sweet! We'll see ya.